each and every one of you for joining us tonight. Y'all jump in on this thing right now. I know we're a little late, but we're going to give y'all what God has given us. Yes, God, on tonight. God bless each and every one of y'all. Y'all tune in on this thing really quickly. Yes, God, on tonight. Y'all tune in on this thing really quickly. God bless y'all tonight. Hey, Miss Michelle, how are you? God bless y'all. Y'all tune in right now. The God of abundance. Come on. The God of abundance. Hey, Jamariana, how are you? I'm excited to be doing this tonight. I'm excited to be back on here with y'all again. God bless y'all. Hey, Shay, how are you? Y'all share it, bless somebody with it. I know it's already late. Time has already been forspent today. And if y'all can't, hopefully y'all can hear my voice. My voice is gone. It's literally gone. So y'all have to help me tonight. Y'all got to help me as much as y'all can tonight. Y'all got to help me. God bless y'all. Hey, good evening. Y'all share it. Bless somebody with it. As always, shout out your city, your state, your location. Let us know where you're watching from all across the world tonight. I'm going to try to get as many shout outs as I can. Hey, Kanika, how are you? Robert, what's going on, my brothers? God bless you. God bless each and every one of y'all tonight. I'm excited. I'm excited to be back on this thing again. I promise you, you're not going to want to miss this. You're not going to want to miss this. God is about to move tremendously. God is about, hey, how you doing? How you doing, Miss Edwina? God bless you. Gifted Hands is in the house. Hey, Carmen, how are you? Listen, I'm not going to take up too much of your time. Y'all shout out Pastor Joy as well. Rochester, New York is in the house. Y'all get in on this thing right now. Start your watch parties and let your people know that we are live tonight. Let your people know that we are live tonight. God bless each and every one of y'all. I'm excited. I'm excited to be giving y'all this word. Atlanta, Georgia's in the house. Newport, Virginia. Also Detroit, Michigan. Listen, I don't know if y'all know it, but I know all the words that y'all have been receiving is this. What's going on, Richmond, Texas? What's up, Pookie? God bless you. I know all the words that y'all have been receiving lately have been about living, right, and not dying and all of those things, which the reality of it is this, is that sometimes, oh, help me, God, we're not living, we're just existing. And God is saying, I want to take your situation from, watch this, from just existing to thriving. Can you do that for me in the comment section? Say, I'm getting ready to thrive. Oh, help me, God. Because the reality of it is this, is that the enemy wants to keep you on life support. Watch this. He wants to keep your dreams and goals on life support. The reality of it is that it's not dead, but it's not producing either. And what the enemy loves more than anything else is that if he can't kill it, he wants to keep it from producing. But can you do me a favor and say, oh God, I'm producing more this year than what I've ever produced. Come on, God, I want to take, what's going on, Garrett? I want to take, oh God, I want to take my mindset off of life support. I want to go from just being and maneuvering like a survivor. Oh, help me, God. God, I want to, the word the Lord gave me for you tonight is this. He says, thrive. This will be your year to thrive. I know people are trying to speak to you and say, live. But the reality of it is this. What good is living if I can't excel and thrive in it? Come on. Many of us have just been living for a long time. Many of us have just been barely alive for a long time. But I hear the Lord saying, I want to take it off of life support. What are you taking it off of life support? I want to take your dreams off life support, because watch this. They exist still, but they're not producing anything. And this will be a year of productivity. You ain't hear me on this thing tonight. Come on. Everything within me, it's just been living. My marriage has just been living. It's been barely clinging on to life. Everything, oh God, coronavirus has just had me surviving but not thriving. But I hear the Lord saying tonight, hey, for everybody that's watching this live and that's going to view this in the future, the word of the Lord is this, that he wants to take it off life support. Okay, you don't like it? I'll put an address to it. John 10:10. It says that the enemy comes to steal, kill, and destroy, right? We've heard that a million times. Oh, help me, God. We've heard that a million times, and we know that. We've even said that and expressed that on the prayer call. But Jamariana, here goes the second part of that scripture. that not two people want to talk about, Tierica. Here goes the second part of that scripture, Pastor Joy, that a lot of people don't allude to. It says the enemy comes to steal, kill, and destroy. And here's where I get my shout at. And I'm sorry if I get a little excited right here. I'm just full from today. But it says the enemy comes to steal, kill, and destroy. Oh God, Elder Lacey. And then Jesus goes on to say, he says, but I come. Hey, y'all, you miss what I just said. He gives you the position of the enemy. He gives you the posture of every negative thing that's coming up against you. He gives you the disposition of what the enemy wants to do in your life. But he says, I come. You miss it right there. He starts off by saying everything, Tiff, that the enemy wants to do. How he wants to destroy your mindset. How he wants to destroy your body. How he wants you to stay around people that don't want to see you grow, that don't have your best interest at heart. He says the enemy, comes to steal, kill, and destroy. And then he throws this word in there, but. I want you to put that in the comment section if you're believing God tonight. I want you to put that in the comment section, Tamika, if you're believing God tonight. See, I know that it was headed down the wrong road, but God just stuck a but in there. Y'all ain't talking to me. I know that it said that you would never come out of this. Hey, I just heard him say, but you ain't talking to me. I know it was getting ready to go under, and you were getting ready to throw in the towel. But he says, but I come. Hey, Jesus. And I want to tell you this, that he's getting ready to show up in your situation. He's getting ready to show up in your life. Everything the enemy thought he was doing, everything they thought they were winning in, all the slander, all the lies, all the, all the naysayers, everything that came up against you, the embarrassment that you faced, come on, the trials and tribulations that you went through, God is saying it's all getting ready to work in your favor. You want to know why? He says, but I come. Jesus. Oh, Jesus. Y'all ain't talking to me on this thing tonight. He says, but I come. He says, but I come that, watch this, that you may have life and have it more abundantly. I'm sick of preachers telling y'all live. I want to live in the abundance of God. What good is it living and my mind ain't right? What good is it living and everything around me is still jacked up? What good is it living and I'm on life support? I can't even breathe on my own. I can't even move on my own. I feel like I'm in bondage and something else is always controlling me. The devil is a liar. See, that's that is a traditional and religious cult that tells you, just live, baby. Everything gonna be all right. No, the devil is a lie. It's all right because Jesus just showed up. It's all right because he gave me the collective power to speak to my situation. He says, but I come. Is there anybody that realize, oh God, I'm not just living anymore. I'm not just existing anymore. This ain't just no little business. This ain't just no little ministry. This ain't just no little family. This ain't just no little money. This ain't just no little marriage. This ain't just no little engagement. But I'm living in the abundance of God. Is there anybody that says, I'm not just existing anymore. I'm not just barely hanging on, but I'm going into the abundance of God. Miss Mary, watch this. He says the enemy comes, share it, bless somebody with it tonight. He says the enemy comes to steal, kill, and destroy. Janelle, hey Trishelle, how are you? He says, but I come, watch this, that you may have life and have it more abundantly. I want to release this to y'all because we told the church this morning. Oh, Jesus, I'm working on an excerpt now. And it's called Death to the Broke Church. It's called Death of the Broke Church. Because the reality of it is this, is that most people want to trap you with no money. Most people want to trap you with no financial capital. Most people want to trap you and think that you're not supposed to be blessed. I hear the Lord telling me to tell you this tonight. Many of you are getting ready to come into some extreme wealth. But hear me right here. He says, when I bless you with it, don't walk around like you broke no more. Oh, Jesus. Hey, I want to tell you this on tonight. He says that if you're going to hide it, I'm not going to give it to you anymore. Because they need to see the people of God being blessed. Jesus is going to articulate this in scripture. He says that I became poor that God, that you may be rich. And I hear the Lord saying he's binding the hand of the broke church. He's binding the hand of the broke believers. He's binding the hand of people that thinking we'll always have to struggle and we always have to be going through and we always have to be without. The devil is a liar. He says that I come that you may have life and have it more abundantly. What does it mean? I go from just existing, I go from just living, but being in the abundance of God. You didn't hear what I just told you. I want you to put this in the comment section. I want you to put this in the comment section. Hey, Jesus, I'm in the abundance of God. Can I tell you this? Can I tell you this? There is no failure in the abundance of God. There is no letdown in the abundance of God. Jesus. Okay, y'all gonna make me go there. Y'all gonna make me go there. Okay. Oh, Jesus. If you've ever read Exodus, you'll know a little bit of this. If not, I'm gonna walk you through just a little bit of it. The children of Israel, they're getting ready. You know, Exodus means exit, but I want to allude to something that happens before they get out, right? Oh, Jesus, it says that God sends plagues to Egypt. Jesus. He sends plagues to Egypt. And it's all kind of things going on in Egypt. But it says that God puts the children of Israel in a place called Goshen. And it says that although the plagues were going on around them, it couldn't affect them. You didn't hear what I just said. Although there were plagues going on around them and people were dying around them and stuff was going on around them and there was darkness around them, because God put them in a specific place, they were able to live in the abundance while everybody else was going under. And God is saying this, that there is no failure in the abundance, but the reason why we can't get in the abundance is because we continue to act bound. I want you to do yourself a favor tonight, and if you don't believe it, don't say it, but I want you to do yourself a favor, and I just want you to repeat these words after me. And Tiff, this is going to make sense for you. I don't know who else this is going to bless tonight, but I hear the Lord saying, not where you are. Oh, see, I'm about to break all that stuff up out of you. It may be going on in the house next to you. It may be going on in the house behind you. Everybody else in your neighborhood might be getting ready to sell and leave and go into foreclosure. But I hear the Lord saying, not where you are. Oh, help me, God. See, they don't, hey, Jesus, they don't like you because while they're going under, God is taking you higher. I hear the Spirit of the Lord saying, not where you are. Oh, help me, God. Somebody needs to prophesy over their marriages. Somebody needs to prophesy over their children. Somebody needs to prophesy over their job. They laying everybody else off. Everybody else is in recession. Can't nobody else get their bills paid, but not where I am. You want to know why? Because there is no failure in the abundance of God. Hey, there is no failure. But neither they don't hear me on this thing. There is no favor. There is no failure where God favors me. And when I get in the abundance of God, watch this. When I get in the abundance of God, what applies to them don't apply to me. Oh, they got to fill out forms and God just do it to you by favor. They have to stand in lines and God say, I'm going to make it to where they come to you. See, you have to realize this, that when you go from just living to being in the abundance, then you're seated in heavenly places, which means that, oh God, normal rules don't apply to you anymore. If we were walking through Esther, oh God, there's a man in Esther by the name of Haman. And he goes to the king. Oh God, some of us know the story. He goes to the king and he tells the king this. He says, yeah, these people are in your land, but they live by a different set of laws. They operate by a different set of rules. And all I want to tell you is that when you go from just existing and living to the abundance of God, you're getting ready to operate by a different set of rules. I want to release this over your life. If you weren't on for Sunday morning service because you were at your church, it's fine. I want to release this over your life. Of those from the church, they can tell you this, and God He really rocked us with this. But I hear the Lord saying it's some stuff you're not going to have to work for. He's just going to give you. And before you make the argument, faith without works is dead. He says that it's by faith that the elders obtain a good report. Which means that God is going to put you in a season where you're not going to have to work for it. He's going to give it to you. God bless you. Thank you for the seeds on tonight. We bless God for each and every one of you that have sown. Watch what begins to happen, Kanika. He says that Jesus. Watch this. God says you're not suffocating. He's just taking you off life support so you can realize that you're breathing on your own. Many of you feel like because God removed them out of your life that you're suffocating. You feel like because God removed them out of your life that, oh God, you don't know what you're going to do. And you say, God, why would you do me like that? He says, because I don't want you, oh God, here it is right here. I don't want you depending on anything that's man-made. But is there anybody that says my real strength comes from God? I want to bless you with this right here. I want you to say, Lord, whatever the situation is, put it in the comment section. Whatever it is, you can fill in the blank right here. I want you to say, Lord, take my blank off of life support. Let's be honest. Don't fool me now. You can fill in the blank. But the reality is some of our prayer lives have been on life support. Michelle ain't talking to me. It's turning on, Shay. Some of our prayer lives have been on life support. Yeah. Some of our praise life have been on life support. Ooh, Jesus. Y'all ain't talking to me. Some of our belief system has been on life support. It's struggling. It's barely existing. It can't breathe on its own. It can't survive on its own. It has to be hooked up to something else. But God is saying, why do you keep trying to hook up with stuff when greater is He that's within? Jesus. Lord, take my finances off life support. Jesus. Y'all ain't talking to me. Lord, take my children off life support. Lord, take my economic understanding off life support. Lord, take my commitment level off life support. Jesus, Benita says she can breathe. I can breathe again. But the only way I realize if I can breathe, thank you, Shauna, God bless you. The only reason, I realize that I can breathe is that God had to take me off of it. See, there's some honest people on this thing tonight. Naisha, I love that. Take my freedom off life support. Black say, take my belief off life support. Somebody say, take my marriage off life support. Take my heart off life support. Hey, Jesus. I don't want to love only when I feel like I'm receiving it, but I want to love because it's the right thing to do. I don't want to be happy but because other people are treating me well. I want to be happy within myself. God, take it off life support so I won't depend on outside people to make me happy, but I can be happy just because you woke me up this morning. Jesus. Who else has been feeling like that? Don't feel me, Sylvia. Don't fool me. Don't fool me, Shay. Sherry, don't fool me. But who else has been feeling like that? Let's be honest. You've been feeling like it's on life support because it's predicated on how people treat you. I'm about to break all that stuff up. I don't know why God is going here. I want to talk to y'all real prophetically. Because this is a side note right here before I go there. Let me go here. The reality of it is this. And I don't want to take away from nobody's spiritual gift. And I don't want you to think that I'm puffing myself up or anything like that. But this is a reality. Most of you, God shared this with me today. He says, most of you have not been, Jesus. He says, most of you have not been receiving real prophetic words. Hear me. He says, what you've been hearing is words of encouragement from familiar people and places that try to push off prophetic, but it's really because they already know your business. And the Lord saying, oh God, the reason why you can't receive it is because they're trying to call it prophetic when really it's just words of encouragement. And the reason why it's not helping you because they trying to mask it and say it's prophetic. It ain't prophetic. Y'all done had 12 conversations about me. I done came to you in confidence and told you everything that's going on. Don't tell me God told you to tell me that. That ain't what God didn't tell you to tell me that. That was something that, oh God, there was some kind of wisdom on the inside of you and you received a word of knowledge or a familiar word. And that's why the people of God are suffering because the real prophets, oh God, can't even get a word through for you because the fake prophets that's in your family and in your business keep telling you that God said when it was really them that said it. Ah, Jesus. I ain't trying to make nobody mad. I know some of them gonna log off because that's just what it is. And y'all know how I am. I'm a straight shooter when it comes down to this prophetic. When it comes down to this fivefold ministry. If we really just called it words of encouragement, people would really be helped. But the reason why most people are on life support is because they receiving words and we won't put an address of what it really is. Michelle, if you tell me your business and I give you advice on it, that ain't prophetic, that's advice. Erica, if you tell me what's going on in your situation, if you tell me, oh, I've been dealing with this and I've been dealing with that, and then I turn around and say, God told me to tell you. God didn't tell me to tell you that. The familiar place told me to tell you that. And the reason why you can't get help, oh, help me God, is because we won't put a right address on it. We try to make everything prophetic when it's really practical. Hear me on this thing tonight. You're about to go from surviving to thriving. But in order to thrive, watch this. When you're on life support, you have to surround yourself with the right people that know what to do while you're going through. Here we go. Here we go. My wife will tell you this. When someone is on life support, watch this. There's only a selective group of people. Hear me here. When someone is on life support, there's only a selective group of people, Jesus, that have the knowledge and hope and patience and intelligence to deal with them. And here goes the problem with most of us. This is why we stay on life support longer than what God intended us to. It's because we got the wrong people trying to operate on our brokenness. Let's go, Black. I'm already there. Y'all don't hear me? Laura, you didn't hear what I just said. We have the wrong people trying to operate on us when we're broken. The wrong people trying to operate on us when we're going through. The wrong people trying to speak a word over ourselves. And God is saying what you're dealing with, you can't just put that in the hands of anybody. Who's going to be honest, Gloria? Who's going to be honest, Kanika, and say, the reason why I went through a lot of stuff and I stayed in it longer than what God intended is because I allowed the wrong people to operate on me. But here it is, God sent me appointed people. Jesus. That don't just speak words, but they have the capacity to operate where I need it the most. You finna come up off this thing, devil. Y'all still on? Y'all still with me? Devil get busy when I start, because I'm getting in somebody's house right up in here. And when I start getting up in people's house, that devil start trying to get through these airwaves. Yeah, you a lot of night. I'm finna break it up. I'm finna break it up. Because the reality of it is this. Jesus. 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 I feel it. I feel it. I feel it. Yeah. Come on. Let's be honest right up in here. The reality of it is you should have been out of it 2 years ago, but because you stayed in that sister circle. And here it is. Jesus. Y'all don't mind? Y'all don't mind? Y'all don't mind? Okay. Y'all don't mind. This is Transparent Church if y'all didn't see the logo. It's on the back. So I got to be completely transparent with y'all. When people know that they can't help, this is for somebody. This is for somebody real strong tonight. And if it's for you, just share it. You don't even have to put it's for you in the comment section. Just message me and I'll pray this off of you. Because there's a strong demonic force. And this is going to make sense for some of y'all. But God says when people think that they're the only ones that can help you, it's no longer a connection, it's a cult. I got to set it free. I got to set it free, Letitia. I have to. Michelle, God says that, oh, help me, God. There were some people in your life that they knew that they couldn't help you, but they didn't want other people to help you because they wanted credit for it. And he says when people want credit for, oh, God, you getting the help that you need and you deserve, and they think that it can't come outside of their connection, you're no longer in that place. You're in a cult. And many of us have been calling many of us have been calling cults connections. Jesus. Because the reality of it is this: anybody that's a real friend, they don't care if you got to go up the street to get it. They just want you to get it. But if they make you feel as if you can only get it from them, some of y'all have been in relationships with people that make you feel like they're the only ones that's going to love you. They're the only ones that can help you. They're the only ones that can influence you. Yeah, it's going on in your family right now. It's going on with some of your friends. It's going on with some of your pastors right now that make you feel like they're the only one that can tell you something. The devil is a liar. You have just entered into a cult because you have to think, honey boo, text me, message me on this thing. Message me on this thing. And I promise you, we'll get the prayer team on it right now. We'll get the intercessors on it right now. Because I literally feel it, Kanika. I don't know who this is for, but I literally feel as if there is a demonic stronghold because people are trying to control you into a cult that make you feel like, well, if you ain't with me, then you ain't gonna get what you need. Jesus, I gotta be the one to give it to you. The devil is a lie. Literally, people will tell you. I have people. Jesus, let me tell you this. I have people that message us from all over the world that want to connect to us. They live on other sides of town. Some of them live in other states, and you know what I tell them? I send them to people to connect with. If I feel like that I have a connection that is conducive to their situation, somebody that can help them, I will send them in that avenue to somebody that can relate to them on a deeper level. Why? Because the reality of it is this: if they really care about you, they would want to see you set free and saved, and not only set free when it comes from them. Some of your abundance comes from people, some of your abundance comes from people refusing to let other folks help you. This is what I call it. I call it the Bobby Boucher mentality. If you've ever seen The Water Boy, what happened was his mama was his God. Help me, God. Yes, Ms. Middleton, you can inbox me. You can inbox me. Jesus. His mama became his God. And she made him feel as if that he was doing wrong by seeking outside help. How many times have you suffered in the house because they say we're going to keep it in the house? When it was really the house that was killing you. We're going to keep it in the family. When it was really the family that was killing you, now we're just going to keep it between us. When it was really them that was killing them. And I hear the Lord saying that he's pulling some of you from these demonic cults. Some of you from these demonic places. That makes you feel like, oh God, you're obligated to them and them only. Jesus, how many times have you been manipulated and deceived from people that make you feel as if that you can't get it unless it comes from them? I want to tell you that's not a connection. That's not kingdom. That is a cult, baby. That's a cult. Because anything that don't want to see you help outside of them, that ain't God. That ain't God. That's why Jesus sent them out. He didn't go everywhere. He had people that was with him. He was able to send them out. Why? So they can be able to expand the kingdom. So if somebody's telling you, nah, if I don't say it, it ain't true. The devil is a liar. There's not only one prophet. There's not only one pastor. For we are many members, but one body. But the reality is God bless you, Alicia. Thank you for the seed tonight. Jesus, because the reality of it is this. Majority of what we deal with and go through is because, Jesus, other people don't want to let us go. I don't want to tell her business, but there was somebody at the church today and God had me speak over her life because I could literally see the strings and the chains attached to her. And it didn't want to let her go. And she couldn't figure out within herself. And we just began to pray over her life because the reality of it is this. Sometimes you're through with it before it's through with you. You didn't hear what I just said. Sometimes you try to be through with it before it's through with you. And because it's not through with you, it's always looking for a way back in. That's why sometimes you can get into new connections, oh God, And even though they got the same, they have a different face, they operate in the same spirit. That's why you can get in a new relationship and you still be feeling like you dating the same old person. That's why you can get on a new job, oh help me God, and it feels like you're still at the same old job. That's why you can remove yourself from certain friends and family and then go connect with people and it be the same thing, because there's a spirit attached to you that don't want to let you go. And since it don't want to let you go, it's going to always try to come back in something else. Think about it. Jesus gets off the boat. There's a man in the tombs, and it says that there's a legion on the inside of them. You know, we're legion, for we are many demons and all of those things. And Jesus begins to drive them out. And watch this. They said, oh God, don't drive us out of this territory, out of this land, but bid us to go into the pigs. Because the reality of it is this, that when you're doing the right thing, the wrong thing never wants to leave you. We did it in church today. I don't know if y'all were watching. If not, we're going to do it again on here tonight. I want you to say, let me go. Ah, Jesus, let me go. I free myself tonight. I free myself tonight from every stronghold. I free myself tonight from every demonic entity. I free myself from every connection that's unlike the will of God. Let me go. I'm not doing this anymore. He said, let this mind be in you that is also in Christ Jesus. Which literally means that when I begin to renew my mind, when I begin to reset this thing, hey, Jesus, let me go. Come on. Jesus, you're going to have to let me go. Free me from this. Because the reality of it is this, it don't want to let you go. You want to know why? Because if it lets you go, it knows it can no longer benefit from who God has called you to be. And just like the woman in Acts, the little girl in Acts, that the men didn't want to let her go. The men didn't want to set her free because they were benefiting from her brokenness. Ah, Jesus. See, every demonic force knows that it can't benefit from when you're blessed. That's why it wants to keep you broken, because as long as you're broken, it can use and manipulate the way it wants to. That's why you have to be careful from certain leaders that, oh God, they have churches, but all the people in there remain broken. Jesus, because the reality of it is this, is that if somebody can keep you in brokenness, no matter what you get, oh Jesus, they'll talk you out of it. I see it every day. And all I can do is pray. Because the enemy knows as long as you're broken, you will never learn the value of what God has given you. Think about how easy it was for you to give your body up when you was broken. Yeah. Think about how easy it was for you to just give stuff away when you were broken. Why? Because you literally didn't care, because you didn't realize your value, because you were broken. And the reality of it is this, is that majority of people want to keep you broke because they benefit from it. They weren't mad, watch this, that the girl got free. They weren't mad that, oh God, that they begin to cast a demon out of her. That's not where they were upset. They were upset because they knew if she got free, it cut off their funds. And you have to be careful and leery of people that won't, oh God, Jesus, yeah, I'm going to say it. He told me to be unapologetic and be bold with it. You have to be careful of people that want your funds and want your tithes, but they don't want to see you free and delivered. They encourage you to sow until you blue in the face, and they throw all these dollar signs and numbers at you, but at the end of the day, you leave broken. Have you ever thought about it? You've been running, jumping, shouting, screaming all across the church, and then you leave, oh God, and as soon as you leave, that spirit is still attached to you. You're like, God, I done did all of these things and it's still attached to me, because the reality of it is this, you're broken. And when the enemy knows that you're broken, he can benefit from it. And that's why they got thrown in jail. That's why they were trying to execute them. Because the enemy don't want you blessed. He does not want you free. He wants you in bondage, because he realizes as long as you're in bondage, you'll give him whatever it is he wants. Because you don't realize the value of what you have. I want to release this over your life tonight. I want to release this over your family. I want to release this over everything concerning you. I feel God right here. I want you to say this: I am valuable. Vernell, God bless you. Black, I love you, brother. I want you to say this: I am valuable. I am valuable. Jesus, I am valuable. I will no longer allow the enemy to benefit from my brokenness. I will no longer allow the enemy to benefit from my hurt. I will no longer allow, hey, Jesus, anything that's not of God to benefit from me being in that place. Watch this. God, cover me and keep me until I recover. You didn't hear what I just said. God, cover me and keep me until I recover. Because until I recover, I realize that everything I put my hands on, I'll ruin it. Everything I put my hands on, I'll lose it. God, I'm valuable. That's why I can't sleep around with everybody anymore. God, I'm valuable. That's why I can't even entertain certain conversations anymore. God, I'm valuable. That's why I can't go sit up in everybody's church, because I'm too valuable to allow people to keep pimping my brokenness. I'm praying right now that God connects you with people that see you for who he's created you to be, and not see you as a lick or a money order. To not see you as a bill payer for them or a provider of their lifestyles. Stephanie, set your notifications. For all of you that are on here, please set your notifications. Set your notifications for when we go live so y'all can see it. If you set your notifications to see first, every time we post something, you'll be the first one notified of it. That's it, Rebecca. Transparent Church. Because the reality of it is this, is that, oh God, I realize this, that they didn't care about me preaching. They didn't care about me praising. They didn't care about me doing all of those things in the church. They didn't care about me playing instruments and doing all of that, as long as I was broken. But the moment I got free, that's when the devil got mad, because he realized, oh God, when I realized who I was, he wasn't going to be allowed to use me anymore. And all I want to tell you on tonight is that the enemy don't like you because you realize your worth. You realize that God removed him and put you in that place. I told the church this today, and I don't want to twist and mess with your theology tonight, but just something to plague your brain with. You literally have, oh God, you literally have Lucifer's job. Yeah, he was thrown out of heaven. He led worship. You know the story, the most beautiful angel that was created, and he was thrown out, and God gave you his job. So why, if God gave you his job as a praiser, as someone that can lead worship, as someone, Jesus, that can get into the heavenly places, why, if God gave you his job, you don't have the benefits that he had? And the reason why, oh God, we don't have the benefits that he had is because he's been trying to manipulate you and deceive you and make you feel as if that you're not better than he. But the devil is a lie. If I wasn't better than you, if I wasn't the man or the woman for the job, then God wouldn't have gave it to me. Jesus, I go back to Toy Story all the time, because you have to be careful of these type of people. And I'm sorry, y'all, I'm not rambling. I'm flowing in what God is telling me to say to you tonight. But the reality of it is this. I go back to Toy Story all the time because everybody was praising Buzz Lightyear. I don't know if y'all have ever seen the movie Toy Story. And I'm going to leave y'all with this. It's going to make sense in a minute. Give me 30 more seconds of this brief synopsis, and I promise it's going to make sense. You like, oh, we going to Toy Story. I know. It's going to make sense in a second. Everybody was praising Buzz Lightyear because they thought he could fly. And it was frustrating Woody because Woody knew what was actually going on behind the scenes. And everybody would line up and they would see Buzz Lightyear do his tricks and do all of these things. And this is what Woody screams out. And this is what most of us need to get discernment on and discernment in and realize this. Woody hollers out and he says, Buzz, you ain't flying. You falling in style. Jesus, you didn't hear what I just said. He said, Buzz, you're not flying. You're falling in style. And the reality of it is this, is that the enemy has been falling in style for a long time. Fake family and real enemies have been falling for a long time. But the reason why you think they got favor is because they fallen in style. And God is saying on their way down, they trying to grab a hold of you to keep you from going up. But you need to tell that thing that's latching on to you. You need to tell that thing that's, oh God, that's trying to manipulate you. You need to tell that thing that's trying to deceive you. Don't grab me because you're falling. Don't touch me because you're falling. And the reality of it is this, is that when you're on your way up and it's on its way down, you have to realize that gravity has more pull downward. So if you allow that thing to attach itself to you, oh Jesus, you stand a better chance of going down than going up. Jesus, because there's more weight on that thing going down than there is going up. And you have to be careful who you connect with on your way up, because the reality of it is this, is that they'll try to convince you that they're on the same level of you and they got this and they got that and they can help you, when really they just falling in style. God bless you. God keep you tonight as I pray. Listen, we bless God for each and every one of you that just joined on tonight and received a word of the Lord. We thank y'all for sharing with us on this online platform. We even bless God for those of you. Y'all know we don't ask. We just make it available for those that want to sow on the word. We'll never get on here and beg for a seed or do anything like that. Y'all have never seen us do that, but we are grateful for those that sow and believe God on the words that he speaks. We bless God for y'all. Do me a favor. Keep pushing. Pray, prepare, praise until something happens. Listen, I got to get off of this thing because I need to go pray now. But I love each and every one of y'all. Y'all have a good night, and to God be the glory. We'll be back on tomorrow night, probably around this same time, if not a little bit earlier. And tomorrow's going to be a little bit different. For those of y'all that are still on, I want to tell y'all this. Tomorrow's going to be a little bit different. It's literally going to be unscripted. What I'm going to begin to do is just take words, take phrases, take comments from the comment section from those of you that will be on the online platform tomorrow. Whatever God speaks to you and he tells you to say, whatever you put in the comment section, I'm going to take a few minutes. I'm going to give you what he's given me, and we're going to flow with it. For example, if somebody says to God be the glory, like somebody just posts beneath the post to God be the glory, what I would begin to do is elaborate on the glory of God and just speak what he's telling me to say concerning the comment that you made. And we're just going to do a prophetic flow. So if you're just now logging on, go back and watch this from beginning to end. We bless God for each and every one of y'all. Thank y'all. I love y'all, and we'll see you again tomorrow night. God bless y'all. To God be the glory.